Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today we are back with At Lounge with Atandra, and today, as you can see in front of me, we have one of the best clothing designers in front of me, Tribe. I mean, just you can imagine what we're going to talk about. We are going to talk to Mahlomola, Tribe, Nkopa. What he, in his journey, he has experienced in his journey with fashion designing, and how he moved from, when we knew him from poetry to fashion designing. Stay tuned because we have a very hot and epic episode for you. Thank you.
Look at the culture.
Welcome back to the show, and as I mentioned, today we're going to talk to one of the best fashion designers in the country, Mr. Mahlomola Tribe Nkopa. And today I have him in front of me.
Good day.
Oh wow, okay. So can you please take me through
Tribe ke mohlankana wa Mosotho Mahari. Born and bred in Maputo, Santa Monica, a small village. Hey, I graduated last year in public relations. I didn't do fashion at school. Hey, I'm a voiceover artist and a poet. Hey, so yeah, that's me.
Okay, you just mentioned one of the things that I know you about. You are a poet.
Yeah, poet.
Tell me how did you move? Because you began with poetry in the industry.
Yeah, I started poetry.
How did you
started
move?
with poetry.
The team in Famous Tribe, right? That's what I'm going to ask. How did you begin from poetry? How did you move from poetry to fashion designing? I mean, the transition in.
I think they've always been together, you know.
Okay.
Since we started Infamous Tribe in 2017, I got from 5, me and Corey, my colleague. We started selling merchandise like our pocket hats and ski pass, hoodies and stuff, you know. So we realized, as time. Oh, by the way, COVID happened, ne? Yeah, as COVID happened, we realized, no bookings, and starting to starve and shit, you know.
Yeah.
So we sat down with Corey and restructured. Okay, ne, let's work on this merchandise thing. By then we were still students, ne? So we couldn't produce on our own. So we had alliances. We had someone who produced for us, and then we would just sell. Hence why
it was going to bring me to the surprise of So we were surprised when we saw you venturing into fashion designing. You can testify how you've done fashion designing before.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm from Maputo. If there is something you can do when you have time,
Okay.
So after I did my Form 5, I went to this tailoring school. They taught me plain I was only taught to top. So to top is to, like, you see garment here, you run with this stitch, and then I only knew that. So I went to one of the factories. I got a job, and I worked. I worked for 3 weeks and I left. It was bad because. Yeah.
So take me from how you chose to remove Infamous from Infamous Tribe as a poetry group, and then putting just a simple tribe into fashion designing.
For this path and blending, I think everything needs to be very, very simple.
Yeah.
And so that it can stay in someone's mind.
Okay.
When you say tribe, it makes it easy. Tribe. But if you say it's Infamous Tribe, it's long. It's kind of long.
Okay.
So when you say tribe, by the way, it's still Infamous Tribe. However, we chose to focus on the word tribe. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow, he has a lot of stories to tell. How much do you say how much time into the fashion industry as Tribe
creating
as a creative
less than a year, I think. Creating less than a year, because I can tell you about in 2021 April. Started as which I get this Kenya Marabo and stuff. As much as Mutu, so I started creating garments last year December. Wow,
you have a year.
Last year December.
Oh my God, it looks like 4 years.
It's it's less than 6 months because it's December, January, February, March, April. Now it leaves. Now I'm a shit here.
The reason why I'm saying it looks like you have 4 years is because another question that comes is, how far do you think you have impacted the creative industry as a fashion designer? How much do you think you have impacted it?
The team has penetrated a lot, you know, because it's God's grace because we are relevant for the whole year. We sell in summer, we sell in spring, we sell in autumn, we sell in winter. So we always make sure that we move in front of the trade. I am already creating into Maria.
Wow.
I am already working on ideas of how to create into
Wow.
So I think we have moved, like the team has moved for real. Yeah, because now we are working on more very bigger projects at Try. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, he says consistency is the means for a good production. So renali photo tse ding hape tse ngata for ena ka nne tona le stories tse ngata as you can hear, but thank you, stay tuned, you will come after the break.
Look at the nation.
I hope you enjoyed the advert that you have just viewed, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best fashion designers in the country, Mr. Mahlomola tribe Nkopa. Controversial most of the times when I ask people. Do you think, in your view, school is important for creatives that are coming up and that are already in? Do you think that the basic education is important?
Yeah, because it's through school that we learn to approach people, for instance. So speaking of creatives, in the creative industry, the best or the biggest tool is creating a system. You know, like I didn't know anyone before I came here, and I only had Virginia. I still want to be one of the recognized entrepreneurs in the country, but really it's not a system. I came to school and found the right system because for instance, I didn't have someone to create my content. We didn't have anyone to shoot for them and create nice visuals. So we needed those nice visuals. So I met this guy, Chakatsena, as a cameraman studios, and then he stood by my side, and then I realized we can create a system here at school. And the whole no and so I think it's not formal education is still not bad. What's bad is when we take formal education and think or assume it's the only route. That's flip.
We get it. So another question is, let's go with this thing. How has been the support system in your life, from friends to family to everyone? How has been the support system ever since Tribe a boomer the way it has boomed?
Like I talk when it boomed because I'm an African, African parents, and it's not because I support or something, they're just afraid. They're just afraid to it. We might say, like, I'm Tribe, I might say, I'm just going to focus on doing clothes and then let go of everything. Because end of the day, so that so they didn't support me at first, but I had it in me because I wanted it. When you want something, you do everything, whatever it takes, like I do. So my mom didn't support me, no lie. Now that there is focus. So only now that how's business, and I'm like, okay, we are doing good. I'm doing good. I'm just not doing good. So support from family, I can say it was average. Yeah. From friends, I really don't have a problem with losing a friend if they don't support me. I even tell them every day. So friends who stayed are the real friends, like Tatifosa is still here, Chaga is still here, Cody is still here, Clara is still here. Those people I started with them. So yeah.
So in the business world that you are in, what are the things that you have learned from listening, as you said, but what are the 5 main things that you in the business of fashion designing?
Consistency is one of them, is the first one. Creativity is the second. Innovativeness, the third. Being different, the fourth. being dynamic is the fifth. How to tell how ya pele. Consistency. It's about try better part.
Yeah.
Try one set part. Creative. Try go ahoka. Innovativity. Try go hona we hoodie. A change concept about perception ya hoodie. I get a hoodie and then it's a pocket a black.
No,
Yeah, that's different. And then uniqueness. Tribe focus. What comes in your mind when you think of tribe? Yeah, ne?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we went for uniqueness.
Wow. So your target market is the young people?
No. Not that I'm saying that, but I'm saying, you know, for everything there is this main whatever. Because we serve both market. Because now I have adult models and kids models. However, you know, yeah.
Thank you for answering the question. So one other thing is the government. People judge or blame.
Are we
the
going to talk about government now?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
One other thing is that people in the creative industry blame or judge the government most of the times for not supporting, not caring, not anything. What is your view on what the government or the private sector can do to support
I just think environment conducive.
Okay.
By the environment, you know, I've been out there. You know, I bought a gazebo and I was selling outside.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, for experience. So it was not easy for me to be there because they too in fact, they said, no, bro, you cannot be here. You have to do blah 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 whatever. Those long stories. Oh, I shouldn't be vulgar. Yeah, so those long stories. If you give me a conducive environment, you say to me, okay, tribe, we give you land, execute.
Yeah.
That's a conducive environment. Because whenever, like, if I'm free to say, today there's a promotion and I'm going town, like it's a story movie, and then tomorrow I'm not there because municipality is cool, I understand. But man, 24 hours. I didn't waste nothing, bro.
So right now, you are in an office of one government office.
Yeah.
Propose ahead.
Okay. Get the tribe from the brand tribe. I'm only asking, chances. You know, we don't get opportunities in the Lesotho. There's no opportunities like for real. These people don't care, man. They would rather outsource instead of supporting us. Like for real. I don't like talking about the politics and government, but man, come on, we are creating. How? So you let's say in a season or two, we get a mask. MOET, Ministry of Education and Training.
Yeah.
I have been at a certain factory.
Totally.
Bro, I can create a mask.
Yeah.
Could you please just give me that opportunity? Because mask simple. If we say a tribe can create such, we bring those people together and say, guys, come on, from the government, could you please do it? Give us a chance or hold, and then you opt for the other. Even if we lose though, because we cannot lose.
Wow. Harry, what he just said is very deep and emotional, because at the end of the day, we are out here doing what we can, the best we can. But at the end of the day, let's just remember, we just need ourselves to do what we can do and the best that we can do, because we succeed. So the government, it's our high. It's very important, and it's very important that we take heed to it.
Look at the nation.
Dumela bomelo ba tata se re khotlile ke a tshepa le se le nile metsi le di coffee ha ba le di teng re ntse re na le ena ntate tribe ola ga bua ka taba support ola bua ka batswadi ba hae a bua le ka family ya hae ka nnete vele ntate Nkopa ke na le potso e follow on that support system bona batho ba se le bona go ba qalong ha le qala ka le nna motšhini le mong ka phasina ona ha le tla fihla boemong ba gore be se nna le motšhini eo le nang le yona ho ile go fihlella ba.
I started with one needle.
Needle?
Yeah.
Did you just say needle?
Nah, man, it's a joke. Okay. Hey. We didn't have machinery at all, but we had a vision. So vision was way too strong. So it was possible for us to accommodate or get everything that we ever wanted, because already some machinery that is his, and then we that's true. so I think it wasn't easy for Fumana to take up a machinery for us, because like I've said, it has always been a teamwork. So yeah, I started this machinery, but now we have everything. Like literally, we have machinery.
Okay. With that question, I don't know how to put this question, but I will say, you mentioned qualities like consistency, uniqueness, different things. So would you say by far, with the year that you have, you are in a competition with any brand, or you can state yourself to be the one that I call Haki, it's like one of the best? Would you attest to it? Or, yeah, I have come to reach a point where I'm like, yes, nothing can take me down now.
Yeah, I think we are doing good. We are doing good, but I don't like saying we are the best, because heroes don't last, Heroes die,
Okay.
So, industry. So I can say it's one of one, but we are a big brand. Yeah, I cannot compare it to it.
Wow. You just mentioned relevancy, which is something that we miss very much as creatives. So one of the things highly relevant to what is happening around in the country. So I'm going to just ask you, who are the brands in the country, in Africa, that inspire you?
The brands? Let's try. Oh well, there's many local brands that already created the even though I cannot mention them, but inspire ke brand tse hlaisang tse fapaneng ke mo gona ha o ka ba sheba mo mofuta wa diphatlo which we produce at Tribe. We always make sure hore di fapane, like tabana ke sporty, tomorrow ke skipa, lana ke budigwe. We make sure that there is variation haholo. So any brand e producing dintho tse batlang di fapane, it's motivation to me, because that is where I learn new things. Yeah, consuming new information. So yeah.
So you can mention the names of the brands.
Yeah, I'm not going
it's okay. So 5 years from now, or let me say 3 years, because the way you are booming, I can't say 5 years. But normally we say 5 years from now, where in this industry do you wish to see yourself? Collaborating, partnering, venturing, shows, anything, mixing something, but where do you see this brand going?
Maybe I think events is next. Like this fashion shows we're going to be hosting a lot of fashion shows. I call it the dream is to host fashion shows that would be Kasele.
That's nice.
That is not only Tribe based.
Okay.
It's Tribe fashion show, but we allow for other brands. And either brand as a brand, but we just allow for those people to get a spotlight. Because end of the day, we all have to eat. It's not only about Mahlomola and Tribe, it's about Basotho, young people who should embrace each other. We shouldn't see each other as a competition. We should see each other as so it's me. So in 5 years' time from now, I can say one of the biggest thing we want to achieve is to the firm, I don't think it's 5 years' time, because we are already in that route.
Okay.
Maybe a store, opening a store, like a store fully loaded with Tribe. Yeah, that's...
Wow.
Yeah.
That is one dream. For most fashion designers, as I can state, David Mahlomola, I'm merging fashion and music, fashion and food, fashion and wine, fashion and... Do you also see yourself getting out of that comfort zone of not just doing clothes, but also merchandising in other things, merging with other brands that would be
especially you can talk about this prominent figures. Just one of them has approached us for it. Maybe we should consider have you ever seen this big brands what they do? let's say Mr. So and so is big, and then they say so and so featuring certain brand, and then they release a certain garment.
That's good.
Yeah, that's the type of move we are working on. Maybe for such things, maybe we should start working on them from now, so that we get used to it and then have experience into that field.
There was that he said that I love very much. He said, there's no competition in what we are doing. But he yet the creative is not a competition. I'm having a very nice time on studio today with Mr. Tribe.
Look at the nation.
Tribe Nkopa. I just love it when the show ends up with questions the emotional, to get an insight onto him. So the last question that I have for you now, or last words, not last words, you're not there. Finishing up the show, wrapping up the show. Okay, how so I live? What am I telling? What am I saying? What would you say to these young people that are aspiring also to be in the fashion design industry, to do creative? What would you say to them?
There was this other time, it was in 2008. So we didn't have paraffin at home. So it was even raining again. So our sister wanted to look at 7 rand. Later paraffin was 7 rand to 10. Yes, somewhere there. So moms said, and then she lit fire and then we what I'm trying to say is that for young people, whatever that you have, bro, sister, friend, whatever that you have, by whatever that you have, I mean, if you have a good mind, if you're good at talking, if you have hands, you are lucky you have one. So execute to the brim. Like, use whatever that you have. If on a 10 rand, find ways to making it multiply. And most importantly, don't sleep on yourself. You are good, you are active, you are strong, you are enough. You are everything, like on your own. You are everything. And then allow yourself to build wealth around you, so that things evolve around you, and you are the one in charge. Go, you lead from behind. If you have this, execute with it. Don't say I have this, but it's not enough. For therefore I cannot be on his toe. Bro, come on, do yourself. Yeah. So yeah.
Steve Harvey says, whatever you did yesterday, do it 10 times. Whatever you did 10 times, do it 100 times. Whatever you did 100 times, do it 1,000 times. What he just said is phenomenal in many ways. Use it. Because at the end of the day, what I know is that the universe brings you something home, and then it sees on our if you do nothing with it, and then it vanishes. So whatever it is that you have, young people, please start doing something with what you have. Do what you can with the best that God has given you and the universe has given you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm wrapping up the show. I'm wrapping up the show. I've had such amazing time with Mahlomola, Tribe, Nkopa, and we wish all the best in his clothing designs. We wish him an expansion into Lesotho and into South Africa, and we know very well that his consistency will be the means for his production. So remember, the show is at Lounge with Atandwa on YouTube and on Facebook, and we will see you right next time with another amazing artist.